What is going on, everyone? My name is Eric and you're watching the Get Me Out of Here vlog. Today, I'm in the town of Council Grove, Kansas, in the midst of the Flint Hills, a beautiful geographic region here in the state of Kansas. Behind me is the Hayes House. You can see the year 1857 boldly written on the side of the building. This is the oldest bar in the state of Kansas. Now, if you watch my channel, I have a series that I've made and am in the midst of creating, where my goal is to have a beer at the oldest bar of all 50 states of the United States. I've done a number of states, but I've never done the state of Kansas until now. And here is a historic marker outside of the bar. That's a picture of Seth Hayes. Of course, it says he is a great-grandson of Daniel Boone, the famous explorer of Kentucky in the early 1800s here in the United States. But some history. Seth Hayes came here in 1847 to trade with the Kaw Indians, who purchased guns, blankets, flour, and tinware from him. About 1857, he replaced his log store with this frame building, which served citizens and travelers as a trading post, a courthouse, post office, printing office, and meeting and social hall. Another thing that's unique here is the Sante Fe Trail, which was an old pioneer trail throughout the 1800s. It started in Franklin, Missouri and ended in Sante Fe, New Mexico. So over 100 years, settlers looking to start a new life out west would come right through here, which is now Main Street, Council Grove, and for riches and hopes, head out west towards Santa Fe, New Mexico. One thing I just noticed too is they have the old horse hitching posts here too in front of the bar. There's only 2 or 3 of these downtown, these old concrete looking structures. I don't know how old these actually are, but it's kind of cool to see that you can imagine before automobiles, late 1800s, people would hitch their horses right here, go inside and grab some food and drinks. There's a quote here: "Those who have occasion to stop at Council Grove on the Santa Fe Road will do well to put up with Charles A. Gilkey, Hayes' hotel clerk, mine host of the Hayes House. Cannot but help feeling quite at home." And this is from the Kansas Press, July 11th, 1859. So all this rich history, 160-year-old bar. Let's go check this out without further ado. This is the Hayes House, the oldest bar of the state of Kansas. Oh, and I love it. Obviously, it's been refurbished over the decades. They've got this old Western feel to it still. The lamp, longhorn, steer horns on the wall, and here's a cool picture of the Flint Hills here in Kansas. These rolling prairie hills that they've got, which is unique to this part of the country. So looking at the menu here at the Hayes House, it is a restaurant as well as a tavern, and I've heard they have really good fried chicken and chicken fried steak here, but right now we are just looking to grab drinks. They do have a number of cocktails that look really good. I'm a huge fan of mules, so maybe we'll be trying that before I leave the bar today. But like I said, I have to have a beer to start out with, and unfortunately they don't have any Kansas beers available, but they do have Missouri, Kansas City Boulevard Wheat. So that is exactly what I'm going to go with today. This is close enough in my book. Boulevard is a famous, popular brewery in Kansas City. That's our final destination today, and it's right on the border of Kansas. So Boulevard Wheat will be my beer of choice here at the oldest bar in the state of Kansas. So I've heard that there's an even older bar located in the basement. So before we cheers and toast our beers here at the oldest bar of Kansas, we're going to do it at the original bar itself, which is down here. And look at this. You can see upstairs was kind of more newly renovated. It was more contemporary upstairs, but down here, it truly does feel like we're stepping back in time. Look at this. This is freaking cool. Now this is what I'm talking about. You can see the stone walls. It's got a very musty, woody smell. It smells like an old tavern. If walls could talk. But look at this. Right here, this is the original bar itself. Right back here, look at this. That is amazing. Look at the walls, how old the shelves look. Now, I don't know the exact year that this bar, she said the original bar, so if that's accurate with the date outside, 1857, that's how long this bar back here has been serving alcohol. Look at that. What is this? Is that an old dartboard? Look at that. It's got nails.
Almost reminds me of that
sticking out of it.
Hammerstein. What's it called?
The what?
Hammerschlagen. Irish pubs where they pound the nails into the.
Oh yeah.
It almost looks like the lid.
Kind of looks like that, but it looks like an old dartboard with nails.
Yeah.
And then I don't know what this is, but it's like some kind of club. Oh, it's a saber? I was gonna say it looks like a gun or something. There's one right here too, so I'm not sure what that is, but these are antiques from days gone by.
Sante Fe Trail.
And oh yeah, you're right. Sante Fe Trail right here. It's tin. You see the wagon train. Settlers moving west. And then, of course, an old United States flag on the wall with a lantern up above. How cool is this? Yeah, this is definitely, without a doubt, an old bar. Look at that. I love the lanterns hanging. Really does feel like we're stepping back in time.
Oh, yeah.
Well, here we are, having beers. I've got a Boulevard Wheat. You've got another Kansas City beer.
The KC Beer Company, Dunkel.
KC Beer. They didn't have any Kansas beers here, which is a shame. If you guys are watching this, anybody that works here, get some state of Kansas beers here at this bar, but that's fine. Kansas City is close enough. Boulevard's right on the border. KC Dunkel, what is that? KC Beer Company?
Somewhere in KC.
Somewhere in KC. It's Missouri side beer, but it's close. So anyway, having a beer at the oldest bar, the Hayes House, 1857 since they've been serving, oldest bar in the state of Kansas. Cheers, brother.
Cheers.
That tastes fantastic. I'm a huge Boulevard fan. I've always loved it. So any excuse to drink Boulevard is good. I've never had that, though.
Never had it, never heard of it. Tastes good.
The Dunkel.
Ah, it's a good Dunkel.
And we're uncles, too. So a Dunkel for the uncle. This is great. This is fantastic. I love it. The nostalgia. Upstairs has been renovated. You can't really tell, but down here you can absolutely feel the history, the stone walls. It's amazing. I love it. This truly is the oldest bar in the state of Kansas, the Hayes House.
And it feels like it.
I will say, though, even though they don't have any Kansas beers here on tap, I am repping a Kansas brewery. This is one of the best breweries I've been to in the United States, Hidden Trails, which is located, what town was this in?
Garden City.
Garden City. Located in Garden City. My brother and I visited the brewery a couple months ago. If you're ever in Western Kansas, this is a must. Or if you see Hidden Trails beer, highly recommend it. So even though I'm not drinking a Kansas beer, close enough, I am repping a Kansas brewery. So Hidden Trails Brewery, Boulevard, both good, both great. Now this bar that we're drinking on used to be upstairs. How do I know that? There's an old photo right here of the bar itself. And this looks like it was probably taken in maybe the 1920s, early 20th century, but you could see this is the bar right here, right there. That is the very bar that I am pounding right now and having this beer. So still to this day, 100 plus years, 150 years possibly. I don't know what year this bar itself was put into the Hayes House, but this bar top is still here, well over 100 years being drinking on. So pretty cool. That's also pretty awesome. Truly reliving history. I always wonder though, what kind of beer did they have back in the day? They didn't have Boulevard, obviously. don't know. Any of those old beer recipes still around? Anyone's guess. I don't know.
They had whiskey.
They had whiskey.
Taos Lightning.
That's true. Taos Lightning.
Oh, yeah.
The Sante Fe Trail. Taos, New Mexico. Yeah, that's true. Taos Lightning. We still haven't had that.
Nope.
Now, another question that always comes up that I'm open to, that I kind of am curious about, is this place haunted? A lot of the oldest bars have ghost stories. I couldn't find any online. However, the bartender upstairs did say she's had some creepy vibes here. She hasn't seen or heard anything or had any accounts herself, but she has had some weird feelings closing up at night. So the question remains, is the Hayes House haunted? If there are any spirits here, not of the alcohol kind, please speak up. We want to have a beer with you. Spirits of the Sante Fe Trail, Seth Hayes, if you're listening, we're open to having a beer with you. So anyway, if there's ghosts, we're inviting them to join us. If not, we'll find out maybe if we talk to more patrons here, guests, employees, maybe they've got ghost stories. We'll find out. But if the Hayes House is haunted, I don't know. Couldn't find any evidence or stories online. Maybe it is. I'm assuming a bar that's been here since 1857 would have a lot of history. A lot of people have walked through these doors, but who knows? Who knows if it's haunted or not? Yeah, we're open to it. So if something happens, you'll see it. You'll see it here. Speaking of ghosts and haunts, look at this. Look at this. This scythe is like something the Grim Reaper would have. Look at that thing. Some old farm equipment. Obviously being here in the state of Kansas, this is part of the heartland of America, the breadbasket of not only North America, but probably the world. A lot of wheat and corn farmed here in the state of Kansas. And yeah, just awesome vibes down here in the basement. If you are going to visit the Hayes House, you got to come down here because this is really where the historic vibes are coming from. Well, this is pretty much it. Kind of a quiet day down here in the basement. Just about finishing up my beer. And I might go upstairs and try one of the mules or a cocktail. They do have a cocktail menu here as well. But yeah, this is it. What an amazing, preserved, well-preserved piece of history here at the Hayes House. We're going to go upstairs. There might be some more to explore as well. There is a second floor to this place. So we're going to head upstairs. I might grab a cocktail and we'll see what else we find here at the oldest bar of the state of Kansas. So let's keep exploring. Yeah, you can tell upstairs a lot more modern. It's been refurbished compared to the basement. Big old buffalo head hanging there above the fireplace. One thing I wanted to point out is here's a picture of Seth Hayes. He's the founder of this town and this very bar. Over here is a map of the Sante Fe Trail. So we were just told upstairs there is more to this place, and there is another room called the Diamond Room, which is supposedly also less renovated than the main floor. So, oh look, they have one of these wheelchair things. That was definitely not here in the 1800s. But yeah, we're gonna just take a quick glimpse upstairs. Look at that, a bunch of old hats that women would have worn back in the day. Look at this fireplace. Another one of those typical fireplaces that you'd see in the Victorian era, the late 1800s, with the decorative tile. Nice dining space up here. Here's that balcony. And I think in the summertime, looks like you can actually have drinks and food outside on the famous balcony here at the front. That's pretty cool. Wow, and here's another impressive dining room with the chandeliers, and you've got some old antique fans here on the wall. Oh, look at that. And some fancy glasses, kitchenware, diningware, bowls, pitchers. And I don't know if this is, maybe this is the diamond room. If I had to guess, I don't know where that would be, but this has, diamond chandeliers. So this may be one of the lesser renovated rooms here at the Hayes Tavern. And here in the Seth room, you can see the wall. That looks like it maybe, if it wants to focus, original. Look at that. Original wood paneling. I don't know. So maybe this is the room that the employee was talking about. I don't know, but yeah, this looks definitely very, very old. That could be original siding to the bar. Interesting. Cool Native American decor. But yeah, maybe this is the lesser renovated room here. Look at that, the old wood banisters there. That's cool. Now that we found the light switch, I didn't even notice this rattlesnake skin that's adorning the wall. Look at that.
It's the diamond back room.
Oh, it is the diamond room. Maybe it is the diamond back room. Look at that.
It's called the black diamond room.
Yeah, I think that's what we read. The Black Diamond Room is the actual name, but we confirmed online this is the Black Diamond Room, one of the older, lesser renovated rooms here at the bar and restaurant. So, yeah, don't get a sliver. It's 160-year-old wood. Very, very old wood here. And yeah, the framing above, the beams are old. They even look like they've been maybe burnt in a fire or something. But oh, in 2011 there was a fire. Yeah. Oh, shoot. Well, anyway, here you have it. One of the oldest rooms, lesser renovated rooms here at the bar. Here's an old painting of the Hayes house in the early 20th century, it looks like. And this is the Hayes Tavern. Upstairs in the Hayes room, they've got a third bar with a cowhide along the side of it. That's pretty cool. Yeah, there's a whole nother dining area upstairs with a bar and balcony seating outside. So a lot to this place. This is a huge bar. Well, there you have it. This has been quite the exploration here at the Hayes House, one of the oldest, well, the oldest bar in the state of Kansas, one of the oldest in the United States, but the oldest bar here in the state of Kansas. So babying this beer. They're closing up soon, so we're trying to make this quick. But yeah, heading back downstairs, and I'll finish this, and then we'll go outside and close this out. Here's some older photos, not as old as they could be. Kind of crazy to think that this photo here from 1964 is almost 100 years, well, it was like 100 years after the bar was opened. One from the mid-1950s. See, the bar really hasn't changed a whole lot since then. Like I say in other videos, it's amazing how some things change and some things remain the same. Look at that. They've got some steer butts greeting you at the door as you leave. Some real derrieres.
You can hang your coat on.
Oh yeah, you can hang your coat on the derrieres. Look at that. I love that. That's a nice touch. I've never seen that at any of the other bars I visited. So that is a nice touch there as we head out the door. Well, there you have it. The oldest bar in the state of Kansas since 1857. I was hoping to get a mule or a cocktail, but they were closing. It's a Sunday, so they were closing a little earlier than we were expecting. But that is a wrap. Another state off my list. The oldest bar in the state of Kansas, the Sunflower State. And there you have it, the Hayes House since 1857. Got the old balcony. Would love to come back here in the summertime when the balcony's open and enjoy a cocktail, a mule up there. But as always, everyone, thanks for watching. I love doing these things. I have 45, I think, 45 more states to do. I got a lot more to do. I have a lot more beers to drink across America. So stay tuned. Plenty coming ahead. My name's Eric. You're watching the Get Me Out of Here vlog. It's time for me to get out of here. Thanks for watching.
Cheers.
If there are any spirits here, not of the alcohol kind, please speak up. We want to have a beer with you.